David!
Neil! How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you? You're very well wrapped up.
It's this perpetual cold, Neil. I got pneumonia. David has pneumonia.
You sure? You should go to hospital if that's the case.
I've diagnosed myself and I will treat myself. David isn't a fan of modern medicine. In my day, you learned how to deal with these things alone, and that is what I'm doing. Nobody knows David's anatomy as well as David, and I will treat myself as I see fit.
Right. So what treatment are you undergoing?
Well, the best way to treat anything is aversion therapy, and that goes for illnesses of the mind and body, so although I feel under the weather and rather cold, I've been subjecting myself to extreme temperatures so that I can fight off the pneumonia. I've packed my clothes with snow, and now I've just got to ride it out.
That's dangerous, David. You must be freezing.
Oh, I'm beyond freezing. I'm actually just numb now. I can't feel anything, and that's good news, because now I can concentrate on matters of the mind. All illnesses originate in the mind, Neil. I wrote a paper on it back in the 70s, and I stick by my findings, yeah. So now I can think my way out of this illness and my body will respond appropriately. Yeah, I did a lot of partying over Christmas, and I think I must have picked it up from one of my celebrity friends. Now, I felt very cold and sick, so I knew straight away that I needed to make myself colder. I haven't eaten since New Year's Day. My body started to shut down, but then my mind took over, and I'm thinking myself back to a full bill of good health.
This sounds very silly, David.
This sounds very clever, and I wouldn't expect you to understand, Neil. We were built differently back in my day, and treatment isn't a one-size-fits-all, especially when you hail from a different age. No, David knows exactly what he's doing. I went to Snowdonia and collected enough snow that I might pack my clothes with it for at least 2 weeks. And I'm coming to the end of my treatment now, and I'm ready to forfeit the snow and see how my body responds when it returns to its normal temperature. And tonight I feast. Which reminds me, I need you to pick up some supplies for me.
I don't believe that you've got snow packed in your clothes, David. It'd be all wet in here from melted snow, wouldn't it?
Neil, don't get involved with matters in which you have absolutely no idea about. David has pneumonia. He is self-diagnosed, self-treated, and now he's ready to see how well that treatment has worked. I will be derobing later this evening and eating a banquet for which I require supplies. Get your pencil ready, boy. I've got a list for you.
Go on.
I need cockles, mackerel, kiviak, crayfish, mussels, gravy, and jammy dodgers. Do you think you can manage that?
Where am I supposed to get kiviak?
Neil, I appreciate that you won't be able to get hold of any ox or seals, so I suggest that you ferment seagulls in the stomach of a cow.
Well, I can't do that, and it wouldn't be ready in time for tonight anyway, would it?
Then you will have failed me, boy, and I will turn to my closest ally, Pat Wally.
Whatever, David. What are your plans for after your banquet?
Well, I've decided to write a sketch show with Pat Wally and Iggle Piggle from the Night Garden. We're going to perform some of the sketches live at the Apollo, but I need you to film us for our show.
Right. And what sketches do you have in mind?
We got one where Pat Wally falls over Iggle Piggle and gets really angry with him and tries to fight him with a fish, but then Seal comes along with his cabasa and breaks up the fight.
That doesn't sound very funny.
Oh, it's lost on you, Neil. You wouldn't know comedy if it hit you right in that silly and quite frankly senseless beak of yours.
Have you got any other sketches?
Yeah. We got one where Iggle Piggle pretends he's a taxi driver and he drives and picks up Pat Wally and takes him on a bank robbery.
That doesn't sound funny either.
Again, you've no idea what constitutes humour now. Go and get me those supplies. Don't worry about the kiviak. Pat Wally'll get that. If you see Iggle Piggle or Pat, send them in, but tell them I'm in my final Thor cycle and they should wait quietly. I'll see you soon, you sad sack.
See you soon, David.
Yeah, see you soon. Good grief. Love, David.